if you're thinking, will the Deputy Tejasvi Yadav react? Will he say that the comment made by Nitish Kumar was wrong? We aren't surprised because the Deputy Tejasvi continues to back Nitish. In fact, he says that the comment has been misconstrued. The BJP lashes out at Nitish's comment demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister. Nitish Kumar tables the caste census report in the Bihar Assembly. He is pitching for a 75% reservation.
ऐसे आरोप से गिरे मुख्यमंत्री को एक दिन भी सीएम की कुर्सी पर नहीं रहना चाहिए। आपको मैं गारंटी देता हूं, महादेव सट्टेबाजी घोटाले में भाजपा दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी करके रहेगी।
That is the Prime Minister raising the Mahadev scam. He says Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel's house has become a den for gamblers. Israel's relentless fight against terror continues as the war against Hamas now completes a month. And 5 terror attacks in 4 days in Pakistan. Terror haven Pakistan is witnessing an all-out chaos. A very good evening. The show is called The Burning Question and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We are actually prepared to bring you an entire conversation centered around the caste census speech by Nitish Kumar and the big battle of 2024. And Nitish Kumar would have expected that's going to be the headline, that's going to be the talking point, and people will hail Nitish Kumar. But then, Nitish Kumar is responsible for his own downfall. In just about 40 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, Nitish Kumar has today proved why he is completely unfit to rule the state of Bihar. Forget about the big battle of 2024, and clearly, in case he believes that he can be the next Prime Minister and the INDA alliance should appoint him as a convener, he's horribly wrong. Can the INDA alliance, I was thinking, really support Nitish Kumar for what he has said? You call him a Sushasan Babu, you call him an astute politician, you can say a lot of things about Nitish Kumar. He's done a lot of work for girls, for women, for the welfare of the poor, the downtrodden, the Kurmi caste. Yes, he's also spoken about the caste survey in his own state of Bihar. He's also someone who's had a good working relationship with the BJP until he realized that, you need to cut that truck and get on with the RJD, and the JDU together can rule the state of Bihar. But today, like I said, in just those 40 seconds, Nitish Kumar has demolished his own credibility. The kind of comment that he has made, now I'm not sure how many of you have already seen it, but if you are active on the social media, there is a fair amount of chance that you must have heard that comment. And when I also heard that comment from Nitish Kumar the first time around, I had to sit back and double check. I couldn't believe this is the Nitish Kumar everyone talks about. This is the same Nitish Kumar who's been a multiple-time Chief Minister of the state of Bihar. And this is the same Nitish Kumar, ladies and gentlemen, who aims for the big chair in Delhi in 2024. But then when I checked, it actually turned out to be Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar is speaking about sex education on the floor of the assembly, which is fine. A Chief Minister can do that. And Nitish Kumar is going into certain graphic details that I cannot repeat here on national television. But yes, the promise is that I will put out that reaction and we will hear Nitish Kumar together. We'll also find out how his own party and how his colleagues in the INDA alliance will even want to back that comment. We've seen a lot of lows. Netas continue to objectify women. Some say boys will be boys. Some are completely quiet on allegations that come forward from their own political party against their own men. When it comes to cases of rape, sexual harassment, we've seen everything. But Nitish Kumar today, what he has done has that completely destroyed all his chances for the big battle of 2024. The BJP has lapped onto this. The NCW, while in fact we were just coming into the studio to get you this broadcast, we have just learnt that the NCW, that is the National Commission for Women, has demanded an unconditional apology from Nitish Kumar. So a lot has happened. You've seen very quick reactions. And even as Nitish Kumar was making a particular comment that you will just see on your screens in a moment, Tejasvi Yadav, the Deputy Chief Minister, was just sitting right next to him. He does not stop him. He looks here and there. He's clearly taken aback with the comment that he's made. But neither does he stop him, neither does he correct him, neither does he apologize on behalf of Nitish Kumar. And then when Nitish Kumar repeats the same comment in the other house of the Bihar Assembly, you have a woman MLA sitting right behind Nitish Kumar. And even as Nitish Kumar is getting into those graphic details of explaining about sex education, how women need to be educated only to ensure that while they are having sex, they do not get pregnant, she literally is trying to cover up her face. She's so embarrassed. She can't believe that this is Nitish Kumar talking. But I've spoken a lot. It's important now for you to really understand what Nitish Kumar has said and why this story today is dominating headlines over the caste reservation pitch of Nitish Kumar. In 40 seconds, you will understand the import of this story and possibly the biggest mistake of Nitish Kumar's whole political career. Is this that mistake? Sit back and watch what he has said.
और वो जब शादी होगा लड़का लड़की में तो जो पुरुष है वो तो रोज रात में जो सदिया होता है उसके साथ करता है ना, तो उसी में और पैदा हो जाता है। और लड़की पढ़ लेती है तो हमको मालूम था कि वो करेगा ठीक है, लेकिन अंतिम में भीतर मत घुसाओ, उसको बाहर कर दो। करता तो है, तो उसी में आप समझ लीजिए संख्या घट रही है। अब आप जान लीजिए कि जो संख्या थी पहले, आप पत्रकार लोग भी ठीक से समझिए मेरा बतवा को, याद करिए। और वो जब शादी होगा लड़का लड़की में तो जो पुरुष है वो तो रोज रात में जो सदिया होता है उसके साथ करता है ना, तो उसी में और पैदा हो जाता है। और लड़की पढ़ लेती है तो हमको मालूम था कि वो करेगा ठीक है, लेकिन अंतिम में भीतर मत घुसाओ, उसको बाहर कर दो। करता तो है, तो उसी में आप समझ लीजिए संख्या घट रही है। अब आप जान लीजिए कि जो संख्या थी पहले, आप पत्रकार लोग भी ठीक से समझिए मेरा बतवा को, याद करिए।
So as Nitish Kumar is making that entire comment, that is about 40 seconds, you have a lot of giggles, there are smirks, there is laughter, people are shocked, people are annoyed, some people don't know how to react. And I do not know how we'll have Manoj Lal Das ji, leader of the JDU, really defend or even tell us anything about that comment, but we'll ask him that question in just a bit. He represents the JDU. Shyam Prasad Mehta is leader of the Congress with us. Professor Subodh Kumar Mehta is the national spokesperson of the RJD. The RJD, remember, and the JDU together ruling the state of Bihar. Usha Vidyarthi ji is a political analyst, and Charu Pragya is the national spokesperson of the BJP. She's completing our panel. So we have two women on the panel, but as I always believe, Charu and Usha ji, this is not about man or a woman. This is about morality in public life. These are about standards we need to follow for our own selves. And just because a comment like this is not acceptable by women, it should not be acceptable by anyone. But Manoj Lal Das ji, क्या आपने नीतीश कुमार का 40 सेकंड का वो वक्तव्य आज सुना है सर, जो उन्होंने 2 बार रिपीट किया है?
देखिए दीप्ति जी, हमने ही सुना है, नहीं सभी लोगों ने सुना है। अब बात को आप जिस तरह भी ले जाएंगी उसका मामला उस तरह से निकलता है। नीतीश कुमार जी की मंशा कहीं से कोई गलत मंशा नहीं थी। उन्होंने आज के स्थिति का एक जनसंख्या नियंत्रण पर उन्होंने अपना विचार रखा था। हो सकता है कि उनके बोलने के ढंग किसी को पसंद हो, किसी के ना पसंद हो, ये अलग बात है। लेकिन जो बात उन्होंने कही है,
नहीं, आपको वो कमेंट सही लगा सर? एक सिटिंग मुख्यमंत्री क्या इस तरह के बयान एक असेंबली में देना चाहिए? क्या सेक्स एजुकेशन के बारे में लोगों को जागरूक करने का ये बेस्ट तरीका है? आपको ये लगता है?
देखिए, जब मैं वही कह रहा हूँ ना कि जब आप सेक्स एजुकेशन के बारे में चर्चा करेंगी तब इसको सही ठहराया जा सकता है। अगर उसमें सेक्स एजुकेशन की कोई चर्चा
क्या आपको ये सही लगता है?
नो।
क्या आपको ये सही लगता है? आप मुझे ये बता दीजिए, आपको सही लगता है ये?
मैंने क्या कहा कि जब आप सेक्स एजुकेशन की बात करेंगी तो इसे काटा नहीं जा सकता है, लेकिन जब इस पर सेक्स एजुकेशन का वो मामला नहीं हुए और तब अगर कोई आदमी इस चीज को बोल रहा हो तो उसे गलत ठहरा सकते हैं। नीतीश कुमार जी ने किसी व्यक्ति विशेष पर ये चीज को नहीं बोला, उन्होंने इस तरह की बात को बोला।
नहीं, आपको क्या लगता है? ठीक है। अब देखिए, अगर आप ये चाहते हैं कि मैं ये करूं तो मैं ये करती हूँ, क्योंकि देखिए अगर नीतीश कुमार और उनकी पार्टी को ये नहीं लगता कि इस तरह का कमेंट करने के बाद आप नेशनल टेलीविजन पर आते हैं और आप उसको सही ठहराते हैं, आप कम से कम बोल दीजिए कि नीतीश कुमार जी से गलती हो गई, वी आर सॉरी बोलने से कोई नेता नीचा नहीं होता है मनोज जी। नेता बड़े ही होते हैं, नेताओं से भी गलती हो जाती है, आप माफी मांगिए ना। लेकिन मुझे एक चीज बताइए, नहीं, अब मनोज लाल दास जी, ये कमेंट आपके घर में भी लोगों ने सुना होगा, आपके मोहल्ले में लोगों ने सुना होगा, आपके परिवार में, दोस्तों में, सब लोगों ने ये कमेंट सुना होगा। आपको लगता है कि इस तरह का कमेंट एक चीफ मिनिस्टर दे सकता है? और वो ये बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अगर एक महिला पढ़ी लिखी होगी तो जब सेक्सुअल इंटरकोर्स होगा तो उनको पता है कि कैसे वो प्रेग्नेंट होने को अपने आप से रोक सकते हैं। और इतनी ग्राफिक डिटेल में जाने का नीतीश कुमार का क्या मतलब था?
देखिए, नीतीश कुमार जी का कोई मकसद या कोई बातचीत या किसी तरह का भी उनका कोई गलत मकसद से उन्होंने ऐसा बात नहीं कहा। हमने शुरू में ही आपको कहा है, शुरू में ही हमने कहा है कि
एक मिनट, उन्होंने कुछ गलत नहीं कहा। आपके घर में, आपकी घर की महिलाओं के सामने कोई इस तरीके की बात बोलेगा, आपको वो गलत नहीं लगेगा? आप कैसे कह सकते हैं उन्होंने कुछ गलत नहीं कहा? देखिए, एक कहावत है हिंदी में, नहीं, आपकी पूरी बात हम सुन चुके हैं, आप एक ही बात दोहराए हैं, आप एक ही बात दोहराए हैं 4 बार।
नहीं, रुकिए, चारू पुल बैक,
बोलिएगा
कि रिपीटेडली
चारू पुल बैक। मनोज लाल दास जी, मैंने इसीलिए आपसे पूछा कि आपको लगता है कि नीतीश कुमार ने जो कमेंट दिया है आज असेंबली में वो सही है? आप मुझे हाँ या ना बता दीजिए, मामला साफ हो जाएगा सर, मुझे पता चल जाएगा कि आप किस साइड खड़े और आपके लिए किस तरह का कमेंट नॉर्मल है।
अगर उस कमेंट
हाँ या ना बोलिए सर।
नहीं, हाँ या नहीं, उस कमेंट को अगर 2 अर्थों में देखिएगा, अगर सेक्स एजुकेशन पर अगर वहाँ बहस चल रही हो तो ये जायज है, लेकिन अगर सेक्स एजुकेशन पर ये बहस नहीं,
आपको लगता है महिलाएं जानवर हैं सर?
इसको बात कर रहा हूँ,
महिलाएं जानवर है। No, I don't know where you're taking this debate, sir, but I have to ask you this question. मनोज लाल दास जी, क्या आपको लगता है कि क्या महिलाएं एनिमल्स हैं, जानवर है?
नहीं, इसमें महिलाओं को जानवर, एनिमल या पशु या मंकी या ये सब की तो कहीं कोई चर्चा ही नहीं हुई है। कहाँ कोई चर्चा हुई है?
अब देखिए, इसमें एडजेक्टिव्स की लिस्ट तो आप ही डाल रहे हैं, मुझे नहीं पता ये आप लोग कैसे ये सोचते हैं, और आपको कैसे लगता है कि एक सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर जो अपने आप को सुशासन बाबू कहते हैं इस तरह का कमेंट दे सकते हैं, और आप उनकी पार्टी को रिप्रेजेंट करते हुए नेशनल टेलीविजन पर आकर जस्टिफाई भी कर देते हैं, ये तो और भी बढ़िया बात है। लेकिन इससे पहले आई गो टू श्याम प्रसाद मेका एंड चारू इनटू दिस, सुबोध कुमार जी,
ये सवाल था तो ये सही
सुबोध
था।
कुमार जी,
लेकिन अगर उस पर
तेजस्वी
नहीं
यादव
था,
was
तो ये
sitting
गलत था।
right
ये तो
next
मैं
to
बोल
Nitish
रहा हूँ।
Kumar while he is making this comment. When he steps out of the assembly, अब रुक जाइए ना मनोज जी, रुक जाइए। मैं समझ गई कि आप उस कमेंट के साथ हैं, आपकी अपनी मजबूरी है, लेकिन जनता तो देखेगी ना, वो आपसे पूछेगी नीतीश कुमार का ये कमेंट, सुबोध कुमार जी, could this be the biggest blunder of his political career?
Look, one has to analyze the words, and there are two ways of analyzing the words. One is a factual analysis, which you are talking about.
Don't analyze
That
it.
certain words
Please do
which
not
might be
spend your
object-
brains analyzing a comment as crass, as crude, as vulgar, as misogynist as that,
Look,
sir. आप
look,
मुझे ये
look,
बताइए ना कि क्या ये
look here.
कमेंट सुनकर आपको लगा कि बढ़िया कमेंट दिया है चीफ मिनिस्टर ने?
Look, first, if you have asked a question, try to listen the answer. You know, if you are analyzing, doing a factual analysis of a particular words, this what you will be talking about, that factually certain words might be not correct for some. But when you have a larger context, what he was talking about, when you analyze it on a
God.
larger
Another
contextual
one.
base,
Another
you
one.
will find that he was talking about the decline in the replacement value. He was talking about the decline in the fertility rate of Bihar from 4% to 2.9%.
अरे तो
He was
सुबोध
talking
कुमार
about,
जी, decline in fertility
how through
rate,
educational ways,
better
how
education
through
for women
educational
can be
ways
said
and
like
promotional
this.
ways,
Why to give an
Bihar
example
has
like this?
brought.
I mean,
Yes,
why
ma'am?
to objectify women? Why
Yes.
do you want to objectify women?
I'm not getting your audio.
Of course,
I'm
he's not getting the
your
audio. Can I come in now, Deepti, please?
हेलो,
आवाज आ रही है
Can you
सुबोध जी,
repeat the
आवाज आ
question,
रही
ma'am?
है?
हाँ, अब आ रही है, बोलिए मैम।
सर मैं
What is the
आपसे ये
question?
पूछ रही हूँ कि महिलाएं क्या ऑब्जेक्ट है क्या, या वो भी आम इंसान है कि उनके लिए नीतीश कुमार इस तरह की भाषा का प्रयोग करते हैं? तेजस्वी यादव की अपनी मजबूरी है। क्या तेजस्वी यादव इतना इस समय जनता दल यूनाइटेड पे डिपेंडेंट है, नीतीश कुमार पे डिपेंडेंट है, इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट कि आपके ज्यादा एमएलए हैं, कि आपको नीतीश कुमार को सपोर्ट करना पड़ रहा है?
Ma'am, you are analyzing it in a factual basis, and what we are talking about is a contextual basis. In that, he was talking about the replacement value and the fertility rate through educational means and promotional means. Bihar
So just
has
say
got-
that.
अरे सुबोध
Just say that.
जी, सुबोध
Why
जी,
do you
come
need
on,
to be so graphic about
please.
it?
I mean,
Can I come in now,
for a
Deepti? I mean,
change,
it's
for a
upsetting me
change,
the way both these
please,
gentlemen have been
let's keep
talking.
it simple. The simplest answer is always the right answer, Subodh ji. That's why I asked you a very simple question. Do you welcome the comment made by Nitish Kumar? Do you welcome that comment then?
See, as I told you, the comment made by the Honorable Chief Minister in the Assembly, for some, is analyzing.
What is so
analyzing
honorable
on the
about
basis
this
of
comment?
Factual and another.
No,
on
what
the
is so
basis of
honorable about this
context.
comment right now?
No,
You're calling him the
he-
Honorable Chief Minister. Has the Honorable Chief Minister made an honorable comment?
As I told you, when we looked into the context of what she was talking about, the replacement
Context
values and
doesn't
the
matter.
promotional
He should have
values,
just stuck to the
there is a
context
decline
then.
in
Why
the
did he need to be
fertility
so
rate.
Sir, the
graphic?
simplest
Can I
answer
speak
is
now,
sorry.
Deepti? Can I
The
come in?
simplest answer is sorry. We do not support this comment. Nitish Kumar must make a rethink and apologize and move on.
Ma'am,
It's not so
I have-
difficult to
I have-
apologize, Charu. I know you have been wanting to come in, but just give me 30 seconds. I want to get in Mr. Mecca. I want to get in Mr. Mecca here, and then see if we can also get Usha ji back into this conversation. Shyam Prasad Mecca, do you stand with Nitish Kumar today also? Did you hear his comment? Are you willing to make him the convener of the INDA alliance? Will you say that he is fit to be the next Prime Minister of the country in case the INDA alliance wins?
Okay. So, Deepti, first of all, since till yesterday you were complaining that we didn't announce him as convener. Okay, let's leave that. This is a much more serious topic that we have on hand right now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, whether I call his comment as crass or in bad taste or objectifying woman, I will reserve that until I go through his full speech. Based on the snippet that I hear, it
Full
is
speech. Did you say full speech?
No, what's
Correct.
confusing
You want to give
about
him the
this
benefit
debate?
of doubt. Really? Did
No,
you
wait,
say full
wait.
speech, Mr. Mecca?
no. No, no,
Wow,
Deepti,
wow.
Your blood does not boil.
Do not
Deepti.
give them any attention.
No, Mr.
anymore.
Mecca, forget the
These
fact
men
today
should
that you
not
are a
be given
politician.
any more
Forget the
attention
fact
to
today
speak and
that you
endorse
lean
the
towards the
statements.
Congress. Forget the fact today that you're doing business with Nitish Kumar.
One second.
Please.
I am talking
Just tell
as
me
my-
whether what he said in those 40 seconds is good enough for the Congress to digest. Should you bag this comment? Would
Listen,
you
listen.
seek an apology?
No, wait. You can bring any snippet. I'm not going to comment on that. But based on that snippet, it is unnecessary detail. He went into it. That part I can tell. But again,
Is that fake?
Even one
Mr.
second.
Mecca, is that fake
One-
news?
One second. I'm not saying it's fake or not. Even in that snippet, it is unnecessary detail. And if it is objectifying and if it is crass, it is doing both to men and women. It's not just about women. The level of detail to which he has gone in that 40-second snippet is actually
And you
Oh
want
my
to
God.
lead over
Mr.
Indian
Mecca,
lives. Oh my
Mr.
God.
Mecca.
for all.
I mean, I had to pinch myself twice to believe this is Nitish Kumar. I have to pinch myself
Please,
twice to know that this is Mr. Mecca, who otherwise is very sensible. You make a very nuanced comment otherwise on most debates, even on a corruption debate we just had about yesterday. For a change, just tell me something. Are you willing to use this snippet of 40 seconds of Nitish Kumar and let's make this viral? And go out and say that the INDA alliance wants to make this man the next prime minister of the country.
No. See,
Will
one
you do
second.
that?
One second, Deepti. We let's speak fairly. Now, I won't post that 40-second snippet on my account. Second, now instead of focusing on this issue, why are you going to INDA alliance? Why are you talking about India alliance prime minister face?
Then why
See,
don't you
don't
call
play-
him out for
No,
what
wait,
he said?
wait, don't-
No, then
Because
why don't you
Nitish
call him?
Kumar,
Why
Nitish
you
Kumar,
defending him? Why you
I'll tell
defending
you
him?
why, Mr. Mecca. I'll tell you why.
Don't
This is
play
the
these
problem.
politics.
This is the problem.
This is the
This is the
I
problem of
pointed out.
netas. You know, this is the problem,
You
Mr.
behave
Mecca.
like this.
No, because tell me something. You believe Nitish Kumar is your biggest prized catch? You believe he's that man who can take on Narendra Modi? Fair enough. He had a number of these qualities. I agree.
No, don't put
Sushasan
your
Babu,
words in
I've
my
covered
mouth.
the Bihar elections. I've been in Bihar for months to understand the
Don't-
change that he had brought about. But tell me
Don't
something. Is this that
don't
same
put your
Nitish Kumar?
words in my
The
mouth.
BJP says he
Nitish
needs
Kumar
medical
and
help.
Sushasan Babu,
He needs
is
medical
for-
help. Otherwise, tell me something. Why would a sitting chief minister, as astute, as smart, as calculative as Nitish Kumar, make a comment like this, Mr. Mecca? He's embarrassed you, I can see that.
See, one second. See, there is no prized catch or anything. Congress party is not behind any prized catch. Our prized catch is the conscience of the people of India. Our
So will you
conviction
part
is
ways
the
with Nitish
Constitution of
Kumar?
India. No, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Why are you bringing in India alliance politics?
Nitish Kumar needs to pay for this
You can
comment,
comment on
right?
this.
Should he be paying for this comment or no? You can allow Nitish Kumar to make a comment so that tomorrow any other neta can also make this comment.
One second. Deepti, on national
I mean,
television.
have you seen his
you are
words? Have you
holding
seen
him-
his gestures? I don't want to go into the details. He's
Correct.
even put out gestures that many would say he's crossed the line of morality. Mr.
I
Mecca.
would agree with you based on the 40-second snippet. I have no doubt in my mind.
Then
I called it
Then-
unnecessary over detailing.
should Nitish Kumar apologize?
Wait. I will reserve my comment on that until I go through the full speech.
Wow.
On national television, you are
Is
playing
it finally
politics
my turn
about
to
this.
speak now?
That's the
Deepti?
problem.
You are holding.
20
You are
You
holding
agree with
it
everything.
May I
But when I
please
ask you, should he
comment?
apologize? No. We reserve the comment.
No,
I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Charu, there is nothing left for me to ask you. But I want to know, Charu, that in this country, can we allow politicians to make such comments and get away with it? The NCW says we want him to apologize. He clearly will not. He will want to brazen this out. कि क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
दीप्ति विनाश काले विपरीत बुद्धि और यहाँ पर विपरीत बुद्धि केवल नीतीश कुमार की नहीं है, उनके साथ ही तेजस्वी यादव की भी है, और these three gentlemen on your show also have the same विपरीत बुद्धि. I'm appalled that they cannot call him out for his obscene gestures and his vulgar comments. You want to talk about the reproduction rate of women, just say that, no. Why do you have to get into these very graphic explanations on what goes on inside a bedroom? It's shameful that a chief minister in my country today can talk like this, and it has everything to do with the India Alliance. Everything. Because have you heard anybody from the India Alliance call him out? You've got three leaders on your show. Both of them are, all three of them are men. None of them had the courage to say this was wrong, this was vulgar, and we don't stand behind it. In fact, I asked them if something like this was said in their own drawing rooms at home, would they tolerate it? And they are tolerating it in the assembly of Bihar. How two-faced is that? How shameful is that? And how hypocritical is that? And this is not the first time these people have objectified women. At the time of passing the women reservation bill, इनके एक साथी ने वही lipstick, bob cut, वही सारे discussions करे थे, तभी भी nobody had the courage to call them out. Priyanka Gandhi today. Where is
but what happens, Charu? I want to know this. I mean, you have to ensure that there are costs. Otherwise, you will have netas in the country who will say boys will be boys. You will have netas in the country who will tell you graphically ki when men do it, what women can do. If you're educated, you ensure that you don't get pregnant, and etc., etc. There have to be costs imposed on such people, Charu. What will you do?
Absolutely.
Where is the action? I want to know.
I hope NCW takes very strict action, and simply asking for an apology is not enough here. If any normal person would have said this, obscenity के charges लग जाते हैं उनके ऊपर IPC के. ये क्या बात है? Just because you have the protection of standing in the assembly of a state, you say what you want and you get away with it. And the worst thing is he's laughing while he's saying all this. And one step further, is everybody, every single man that I have seen on your show today standing in line to defend him. They're bending over backwards to defend him. I want to know, would they be okay if statements like this are being said to the women and their families? And you're right. This is derogatory not just to women, it's derogatory to men also. It's derogatory to the people of Bihar. What are you
to everyone, and I would say it's derogatory to the chief minister's chair. Subodh ji, you've been wanting to come in. मेरे पास सिर्फ 10 सेकंड है, Subodh ji. Only 10 seconds.
Yes, the BJP spokesperson has a very timid understanding.
बोलिए, sorry बोलेंगे.
Planning, very timid understanding of the sustainable development.
अरे नहीं, अब ये फैमिली प्लानिंग के लेक्चर्स मत दीजिएगा सर. मुझे ये अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर को बताइएगा, अगली बार असेंबली में शायद वो और डिटेल में जाकर और एक्सटेंसिवली इस पर बोलेंगे. अभी सॉरी बोलेंगे आप. सॉरी बोलेंगे सुबोध जी.
It is totally incorrect to analyze on the factual basis. We have to understand the context of the whole speech. You have to understand the context of the whole speech.
सुबोध जी, इतना कुछ बोलने की जगह if you could just say sorry, perhaps matters can get better. You can say we distance ourselves in the comment made by Nitish Kumar.
Nitish Kumar is the practical analyst. And in that process, he was analyzing.
Charu, I've run out of time. But I know this is a never-ending debate. It's a never-ending debate. But we are at Republic. We'll follow this till the T. We'll see if the NCW acts. We'll see how the India Alliance also responds. And we'll see how the BJP will ensure that Nitish Kumar is made to pay for this comment. Charu and all gentlemen, only for right now, I thank you. But do think about this. Nitish Kumar as a probable for the fight against Narendra Modi in 2024. And whenever you think this, think about these 40 seconds, you might have an answer. Thank you for watching. On the other side, back with lots more.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School, Bengaluru.
पता नहीं रस्सी दूसरे खाली हो रहा हूँ ना, इतना बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, यहाँ तक कि यहाँ के कोई नेता नहीं जुड़ा, बड़े बड़े लोग भाई, यहाँ पुलिस वाले सस्पेंड हो गए इस चक्कर में.
एक विधायक भी पैसा मांग रहे सीधा.
मुंह खोल रहे हैं.
पैसे की डिमांड किसके थ्रू करते हैं ये लोग?
होगा कुछ जैसे कि यहाँ जो पकड़ाए हैं सतीश चंद्राकर और
हाँ, ASI
क्या वर्मा है उसका
विनोद वर्मा।
विनोद वर्मा का नाम ले दिया कि यहाँ का व्यापारी नाम लिया था नहीं हो रहे हैं। हवाला में जो काम हो रहा है, अब देखिए अब इनके पास पैसा कैसे आएगा? प्राइवेट जेट से प्राइवेट जेट से आएगा या तो हेलीकॉप्टर के थ्रू इनके इस्तेमाल किए कभी नहीं पहले किए।
यहाँ की सरकार ने, यहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री ने छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता को बताना चाहिए कि दुबई में बैठे इस घोटाले के आरोपियों के साथ उनके क्या संबंध है।
ये पूरी सरकार खरीद सकते हैं।
खरीद सकते क्या? मेरे को
सरकार चला रहे हैं। ये जो वेड ये सब चीज छोटे बने लोगों ने पूरा टोटल में मतलब गेम लगता है।
आपको लगता है कि उसको सब कुछ पता है कि क्या हो रहा है?
देखिए, जैसा मुझे समझ में ये आया कि मैं तो CM साहब के काफ़ी लंबी बड़ी बात होती थी, हमेशा जब भी हाउस में आते थे तो 3-4 चीज़ मुझे क्लियर हुआ कि हो रहा है ये पता था, इंटेंसिटी इतना ज़्यादा है ये नहीं पता।
यहाँ पे तस्वीरें हम लगातार दिखा रहे हैं। जोरदार धमाका हुआ, गाड़ी को नुकसान पहुंचा है। हम यहाँ पर रिपोर्ट करने पहुंचे तो और अचानक जोरदार अलर्ट जारी किया गया और उसके बाद ये तस्वीर निकलकर सामने आई जहाँ धमाका हुआ है।
तकरीबन 50 मीटर की दूरी पर थे जब ये प्रोजेक्टाइल जो है वो यहाँ पर आकर गिरता है।
गुरसमन, ये जो हम तस्वीरें दिखा रहे हैं, ये इम्पैक्टफुल अटैक इसलिए किया गया क्योंकि हमास को कहीं न कहीं बॉर्डर लाइन करने की कोशिश हो रही है।
हम लोग नीचे थे, वही कारण है कि बच पाए, अदरवाइज जो इसके शेल्स थे, जो इसके फ्रेगमेंट्स थे, वो भी लग सकते थे और उससे भी नुकसान हो सकता था। पता नहीं रस्सी दूसरे खाने बोल रहा हूँ ना, इतना बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, यहाँ तक कि यहाँ के कोई नेता नहीं छुड़ा है। बड़े बड़े लोग भाई, यहाँ कितने पुलिस वाले सस्पेंड हो गए इस चक्कर में।
एक विधायक भी पैसा मांग रहे सीधा।
ये हवाला का जो काम हो रहा है ना, अब देखिए अब इनके पास पैसा कैसे आएगा? प्राइवेट जेट से इनके पास पैसा आएगा। प्राइवेट जेट से आएगा या तो हेलीकॉप्टर के थ्रू इनके पास पैसा आएगा।
मैंने सुना था कि एयर एम्बुलेंस का भी इस्तेमाल किए
अभी ये पहले किए हैं।
यहाँ की सरकार ने, यहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री ने छत्तीसगढ़ की जनता को बताना चाहिए कि दुबई में बैठे इस घोटाले के आरोपियों के साथ उनके क्या संबंध है।
Sexist, misogynistic, vulgar and obscene. Massive anger over Nitish's obscene speech. Nitish hits lowest of the lows, debating tonight at 9 p.m. Trending burning question, powered by Reva University and Century Ply Club Prime, co-powered by Hyundai Motors.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the Trending Burning Question. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we put the focus on what's happening in Pakistan. The reason being, starting last Friday, there have been over 5 attacks that have taken place. A strategic Air Force base in Pakistan has also been attacked. Remember, in the wake of Pakistan carrying out a mass expulsion of Afghans, 2 police posts in Dera Ismail Khan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, were targeted by the terrorists, marking the 4th attack in the district in just about 3 days. Although the police managed to repel the attack, eventually 4 officers were killed in the combat, underscoring the relentless threat. Now, Pakistan's intelligence agencies have also raised alarms about the escalating frequency of such attacks, painting a grim picture of the region's security landscape. Just on last Friday, a bomb explosion near a police patrol in Dera Ismail Khan city claimed the lives of 5 and left more than 20 others severely wounded. Pakistan now seems to be getting the taste of its own medicine, and the reason why we are essentially saying this is because take a look at those who have taken the claim, or rather claim the responsibility of these attacks that have taken place, and in the areas where these attacks have taken place. Mianwale Air Force Base happens to be one of the most strategic air base in Pakistan, which has been attacked. And as we understand, their surveillance aircraft to fighter jets have been damaged in this attack. That clearly goes on to indicate that while they are basically trying to prepare the Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toiba at the launch pads, and there are intelligence inputs that are now coming in that perhaps the Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Toiba is getting absolutely desperate for an attack to be carried out on the Indian soil. But the fact of the matter is that it is now becoming difficult for Pakistan to handle the current situation. Let me introduce our guests who are joining us on the Trending Burning Question. Kamaraga is joining us from the national capital. Brahma Chalani is going to join us in a short while from now. Faraz is joining us from Pakistan. Faraz, I want to come to you. Look at the current situation. In the last 48 hours, roughly about 5 attacks that have taken place. In Balochistan, the situation is only worsening, and that is exactly why the Balochis are now essentially saying that enough is enough, time for you to vacate. But the reality is this, that those who are claiming responsibility of the attacks that have been carried out are the very people whom you had all this while perhaps fueled, given them the real fuel to carry on attacks in other parts of the country, but it turns out that you are only witnessing it yourself.
I mean, I don't know where to start from, because again, senior military commander was assassinated today in a crossfire with the militants that Pakistan Army and police force have been carrying out operation, a planned operation, a combing operation, a sanitization operation, which is underway to eliminate terrorists that have been found. And if I connect the dots with the mass exodus of Afghan refugees, I think this is the backlash that Pakistan is facing, because again, Pakistan has been hosting about 4 million Afghan refugees since 1980s, and once we've decided
to, push them back, the undocumented one, the illegals one, about 1.7 million back into Afghanistan. I think this is where we are facing a backlash in Pakistan. Armed forces are in the crosshairs of the militants because the operation is ongoing. Their hideouts are being eliminated. But when you say that it's the Balochistan factor that, somehow these organizations want Pakistan to, or Pakistan forces to vacate the area, that's not the point. The point is Pakistan is carrying out grand operation, a combing operation against the militants, and this is the backfire that we're facing so far.
So, one second, for us, what is this grand operation that you're essentially talking about? And the terrorists that you are essentially saying that you're trying to eliminate, whom are you essentially trying to fool? These are the same very group that you have nourished all this while.
I mean, I have to reiterate the fact that I've been saying that on a lot of other channels as well, that Pakistan in the past 2 decades have lost 70,000 lives, both military and civilians. Pakistan has lost billions, over $100 billion to the economy in its fight against terrorists. Now, these Taliban or the jihadi elements were created back in 1980s as part of the US operations against the Soviet invasion, and Pakistan was the frontline state which fought against all these elements. And then the US left, as it left in 2021, earlier in 2021, and Pakistan is left in this quagmire. Was left back in 90s, now in 2021, and Pakistan has to wash away all the dirt that has been left by the coalition of the Western forces. And now, because we've launched these massive operations against the terrorist hideouts in Pakistan, this is a very difficult task. Now, we were hosting Afghan refugees, and amongst those Afghan refugees, the illegal ones, we had militant outfits that were operating under the guise of being refugees.
For us,
now because Pakistan has in principle decided to expel them out, those
for us, it sounds very rich on your part. No, for us, it sounds very rich on your part to make such claims, but for those who've been saying that you are the champion as far as the cause of Muslims are concerned, and this is exactly what you do to your brethren, when you have the Afghans who have been living there for decades put together, and then you suddenly decide to perhaps inflict this kind of a humanitarian crisis. Let me bring in Brahma Chalani into it, and then Kamaraga, I'll bring you in. Brahma Chalani, I want you to help us understand what's the situation like right now in Pakistan. The reason why I'm asking you this question is because in the last 48 hours, we are looking at 5 attacks, of which one happens to be at a strategic airbase. Second, the situation in Balochistan is becoming extremely vulnerable. What are we to make out of it?
First, we're seeing increasing assaults on military bases in Pakistan, on military targets. And this is coming at a time when the military is increasingly calling the shots in Pakistan. The caretaker government in Pakistan effectively is under the control of the military. The military has never been so meddlesome in Pakistani politics as it is today. It is indirectly ruling Pakistan. Whatever is happening in Pakistan, including these mass expulsion of Afghans, is happening with the army's open endorsement. The army chief publicly has endorsed the expulsion of these Afghans. But this is not related only to the Afghans. The fact that the army played a central role in putting Imran Khan in jail, in engineering arrests and defections to break up Imran Khan's party, all that is also a factor in these attacks on military targets that we are seeing. The situation in Pakistan is so precarious that the elections that have been announced in February may be postponed again. The elections were due to be held this month, but they have been postponed until February 8th. But if the situation remains precarious in Pakistan, the elections will be postponed once again. So, and I think that would work to the army's advantage. The army doesn't want elections. And ironically, there's another interesting fact, which is that Nawaz Sharif, who was deposed from power by the army, has been allowed to come back because now the army sees Nawaz Sharif as the only figure who can stop Imran Khan. So this whole situation in Pakistan is about the army's divide and rule game, and that game has been ongoing for years, and that is at the root of Pakistan's internal problems, its growing instability, its economic malaise. The fact that Pakistan is not at peace with itself is entirely the military's creation.
Kamaraga, if I can also bring you in, Brahmachalani has largely spoken about the role of Pakistani army and the current situation that Pakistan faces. I want to also perhaps focus a little bit about the recent attacks that have taken place and the terrorist group that has claimed responsibility for it. For us, our Pakistani friend has been essentially trying to indicate here that, look here, we've been fighting them all this while. It's perhaps very rich on the part of the Pakistanis to essentially claim that they've been fighting them. The reality seems to be completely different. They are tasting their own medicine now. Kamaraga, why don't you help us understand who these people are and why exactly is suddenly, for us, saying that we are fighting them. They were not fighting them. It's their own creation. That's the reason why I said that this group, this very terrorist group that has now claimed responsibility for the attacks, was actually well nourished by the army for a very long time.
See, the militancy, there are groups, which are waging, in fact, war against the Pakistani state for quite some time. These are not the last few days, Tehreek-e-Taliban, is engaged in this sort of operation for the last 2 or 3, 4 years now, even before also, but very vigorously. Secondly, the Baloch National Army is also waging a war against the Chinese presence in Balochistan and other areas of Pakistan. So there are secular groups who are waging fighting with the militancy, the state government, and there are Islamic group, both of fighting, against the government. Problem is, the Pakistan government is a failed government, everybody knows. Army has lost a lot of credibility, left with very little credibility. In fact, they have brought, as Mr. Brahmachalani has just mentioned, Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif or other leaders, they don't have much support base left in Pakistan at the moment. He was out of the country for last 4 years. So vacuum is there. Then the problem is, the militancy was created by Pakistan itself. Pakistan was behind the creation of these all militant groups. Earlier they were part of the Pakistan's policy of strategic depth. With the help of these militant, Pakistan wanted to gain influence in Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, and plan to go up to the Central Asia, So they were their creations, Now, these groups, some of these groups, they think the Pakistani state is not a true Islamic state. They want to establish the type of a state which Taliban are having in Afghanistan. That sort of a government they want to have. And they are getting support from Afghanistan as well. There are a number of other factors, serious economic crisis Pakistan is facing. Political instability is there, and in which, some of these groups are trying to make inroads within the Pakistan. Thirdly, there is another factor, the Durand Line. Afghans, living across the border, both sides, Pakistan and Afghanistan, they don't recognize the Durand Line. Even the Taliban, which is ruling Afghanistan at the moment, they also don't recognize the Durand Line. So that is another problem, That is why they are supporting this Tehreek-e-Taliban or some other militant groups, because this is a number of groups, it's a conglomerate, not one. There are a number of groups, mostly Pashtuns have joined the group. So they are all, turned against the government. They think this is the best time to unite the Pashtuns and emerge as a major center. This is old desire. This is old, their their thinking, in Pakistan. So they are there are many factors, the economic factor is also very important.
Right. I'll just get a quick word from Faraz and then perhaps with Ms. Brahma Chelani also. I'm running short of time, so a quick word from you, Faraz. Faraz, you've heard both our distinguished panel essentially identifying the problem in Pakistan. Give us an honest sense that don't you believe the civilians perhaps in Pakistan do realize that Pakistani army has actually taken the country for a ride? And today, if Pakistan is actually suffering, is in economic doldrums, it's only because of the lack of vision, first as far as the political authority is concerned, and then the lack of initiative that has been taken by even the civil society.
You see, I would agree that there has been political inconsistencies. Political governments have been toppled one way or the other in the past. But I would also tell you that during military rules in Pakistan, Pakistan's economic growth has been prosperous. Now, there have been multiple factors that have hit Pakistan's economy, but I want to sort of explain what the situation is. I mean, we have to connect the dots, as in a surge in militant-led violence in Pakistan, and then Pakistan's government and Pakistan's military's decision to expel those illegal 1.2 or 1.5 million Afghan refugees. Now, we have to understand why.
Right.
You see, the armed groups such as TTP requires refuge and logistics to operate, and the Afghans, many of whom live in the suburbs of major cities, became exploitable heavens for the attackers. Now, that is one of the reasons that we're expelling those 1.5 illegal, undocumented Afghan refugees, because again, they have been the source of refuge, they have been the source of logistics that the TTP or other militant organizations are exploiting as safe havens, and we have to get rid of it. I mean, isn't that everybody's demand? The civilians are demanding it, the Indians are demanding it, the foreign governments are demanding it, and that's what we're doing.
Right.
And I also believe that the Afghan government, ever since US left the Afghan government and Pakistan government are sort of not in a good vibe. To deal with Afghan government, Pakistan has been struggling. It's been very tough for Pakistan to deal with Afghan government. So it is decided in principle, and I can assure you that from the highest level that the Pakistan, the state, not just the government, the state has decided that in order to deal with Afghanistan's interim government, they have decided to deal them with it firmly and not just strictly.
Right.
And they've also decided, you've been talking about how Muslim Brotherhood, in order to...
okay, Faraz, I'm really running short of time.
Okay, so since we're both Muslim countries, we have to...
Faraz, I'm sorry I had to interrupt you.
The state has decided not to stop out concept of brotherhood. It's not about any more, but about survival of Pakistan, peace and security. So we're sort of ending that brotherhood concept, and we're focusing on the national integrity, national sustainability and security.
Right. Okay. Now, it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen whether at all there would be any solution to this humanitarian crisis that one witnesses at this point in time. But thank you very much, Faraz, as well as Kamar Raga. I'm very sorry, Brahma Chelani, I couldn't come to you. We're running short of time. On the other side, the big debate with the Editor-in-Chief, Arnab Goswami.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, released recently, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School, Bengaluru.
पता नहीं रस्सी दूसरे खाने हो रहा हूँ ना, इतना बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, यहाँ तक कि यहाँ के कोई नेता नहीं जुड़ा, बड़े बड़े लोग भाई, यहाँ पुलिस वाले सस्पेंड हो गए इस चक्कर में।
एक विधायक भी पैसा मांग रहे सीधा
मुंह खोल रहे हैं।
पैसे की डिमांड किसके थ्रू करते हैं ये लोग?
होगा कुछ जैसे कि यहाँ जो पकड़ाए हैं सतीश चंद्राकर और
हाँ ASI